Don't
Here.
know if I want to do the crypto one. I know why you picked it. Do you want to fucking badmouth Trump? Which
No.
I know that's the only reason you want to
No,
talk
I
about this.
even, no, it's not. Here, but we'll
You
talk
couldn't
about
wait
the crypto.
to text me that meme coin.
All right, I guess we're talking about the meme coin now. I was going to talk about what's going to drive the silver and gold prices up.
We could
But
talk about that too.
that's what we're going to talk about.
That's
We'll
it.
talk about the crypto coin at a later episode. So, guys, what's going to drive the precious metals market prices upward? That's today's topic. All right, so we just recorded a video talking about how wholesalers are selling below spot, like gold Krugerrands and what have you, which is causing them to buy gold further behind spot. But one of the things that I was thinking about, because I feel like this market has been this way for, I would say, at least the last 6 months. Wouldn't you agree? Like in terms of
It's
just
been going down.
Squished premiums.
Yeah. It's just been going down, but things change also.
They do.
A year from now, 6 months from now, we could be talking about a completely different scenario.
And that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, what do you think is going to help bring us out of this cycle? Today, at the recording of this video, this is January 20th, 2025. It's Inauguration Day. Trump's getting sworn in.
Yep.
He's already said that he is very bullish and pro-crypto. How that's going to affect the precious metals market, I don't know.
We've already seen that start to play out. I think, crypto's been killing it lately.
It has been.
Where gold, you can't say gold has been sitting stagnant because it's still at all-time highs. It's still at $2,600, $2,700. So
yeah.
It's not a terrible investment either. But I've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media and companies reaching out to their customers saying that they don't know how these tariffs that Trump has are going to affect, because Mexico supplies a lot of silver.
Yeah.
I think I was reading up to 80% of the world's silver comes from Mexico or some crazy
80%?
Some crazy number, And I could be wrong. I'm sure I'll know in the comments.
It's 76.2%.
I really don't know. It could have been 20. Right? I don't know. But
we're just going to throw numbers
a big
out.
number. But also a lot of gold comes from Canada. And he's talking about tariffs on both countries, and it's something that,
And you need silver in so many different industries.
So in one of the videos I saw it was a silver, an online retailer. I think he said it was going to affect silver a couple dollars an ounce.
Okay.
So that's going to hurt. We're talking about low premiums right now. Slap that on top. It's not cheap anymore.
But it's not any different than what we saw, when was it, a year or two ago when silver was at 34, 36?
Yeah, I think that was different though. I think there was a demand for it. This is a tariff being slapped.
I know,
on top
but
of
when
it,
you're talking a couple dollars, let's say silver's at 32, add a couple dollars. Okay, so now we're looking at a added $2 premium on there, because we're not the $2 the tariffs. Let's just say it ends up coming to $2 extra an ounce. Just because that's something that the United States is imposing doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to affect the spot price, I don't think, anyhow.
No, but you're going to be paying more.
But you're going to be paying more. Yeah, so you still may go log on, look at Kitco, see the spot price is at 30, but, the cost, at least here in North America, you might see
online
starting at $34 and change, right? But... And then that's just like our starting price. And then you're talking about like semi-numismatic coins. You have to add a couple dollars on for profit. So you're kind of right back to where you would be a year ago, and people were buying.
It's about to start getting expensive. That's what that means.
It's going to be more expensive for sure.
But we'll see. We
don't know.
All hearsay. That's another thing too.
Based on what we're seeing.
I read emails. I've seen like CEOs of companies come on and make these big speeches and stuff. And like at the end of the day, they don't know yet.
Right.
They're all
a lot of those CEOs have been saying triple-digit silver for ages too. Like they keep on saying it's the most undervalued commodity. Like all the same talking points. Personally, I think I have people messaging me and they're like, Stormy, I'm thinking about buying a little bit more silver, but also kind of leaning more towards gold. I'm like, just go into gold. I'm like, nothing for nothing. Silver's kind of like a dog, in my opinion.
I wonder if it affect any like U.S.
right
mining
now
companies or anything. There's like
I'm sure, because you're adding a tariff onto it. Absolutely,
it's gonna search for it more domestically.
Yeah. when I say silver's a dog, I'm saying this year. I'm not saying total. And I also look at when you're stacking, I've made the analogy where I look at gold being like your $100 bills and silver being like your singles and fives. You know how people say like have like an emergency stash of cash, and you want to have low bills like Hurricane Sandy or Hurricane Katrina. You want to have low denomination of dollars, ones, fives, tens, 20s max. Same thing with metals, right? Gold, I look at as the big bills, silver is the small bills. But if you're looking to stack weight, I would say put the majority of your money into gold, right?
This is right here. You know, this is a perfect example too, right? What do we have here? 6 ounces?
Yeah.
Worth more than all the silver on the table.
Right.
You know, and like, man, imagine having to carry this in a
Right.
bag.
It's ridiculous.
You know.
And that's the thing too. Like I often think about like if there
Fit
was
this in your pants.
you can
Yeah.
unless you have tight pants. But I was
Like
thinking
Stormy here.
like me, I have really tight pants. Think about like the wildfires that just was affecting California. And you think about those people that had to just grab a couple of things and just move quickly. You're still I'm leaving my silver. I don't care. I have tubes of gold that I would grab, and then that's it. And everything else is left behind. I couldn't care less about the silver. And you, like you said, like you could just quickly put this in your.
I wouldn't say none.
What?
Because let me tell you something. If I had if I had to put a bag together to like a shit hit the fan scenario, I would definitely have like a couple rolls of silver dimes in there. I would definitely have like maybe some 1 ounce silver bars.
No, but you're not clunking around with
but
like
I
something
wouldn't
like that.
totally exclude silver out.
I get
because
you.
You run into that other scenario we always talk about. This
Right.
goes to $10,000. You know,
Right.
and you only have this. What the hell are you going to do with it?
Right.
You know,
Hopefully
cut
find-
a little piece off the
Yeah,
side
right.
of it. You know,
Hopefully find a guy like you who will be able to buy it.
I'll take it.
You'll take it. So we're saying like tariffs will definitely
Yeah, sure.
drive prices up.
And you don't know what's going to happen geopolitically.
Yeah.
You know,
Right. Well, we're seeing the war in the Middle East now. They have a
down now,
pause.
but who knows?
War with Russia and Ukraine is still going. We don't, and like you said, yeah, there's more to come, right? We still don't know what's going to happen with China and Taiwan. The war with Russia and Ukraine, who knows? That could end or it could escalate, and we just don't know. And the war in the Middle East, even though there's a pause right now, that could ramp up after the ceasefire.
Sure.
Like Israel has said that they're not going to stop until Hamas is completely obliterated. So after, I think it's a 6-week ceasefire, I forget the total amount of time, but they're going to just resume operations right after the ceasefire is done, unless they come up with another plan. But yeah, wars. What about just like putting the tariffs, geopolitical stuff aside? How about just like the collector standpoint in terms of supply and demand? And like, I don't see the market for collectors being large enough to drive the prices up. Do you?
No, that's a different market too.
Completely different.
You know, like you could sell out collectibles and it wouldn't affect silver prices.
Right.
This stuff's like they sell hundreds of thousands of ounces of this a day. You know what I mean? And it's different than the collectible markets. I don't think that affects prices at all.
That's the other thing too, right? Like, silver's not scarce. I mean, just the sheer amount. You think about just the sheer
There's a lot
amount.
out there, that's for sure.
Like this 2025, you're gonna have the reissuance of all the different silver coins, like 50,000 kookaburras, 30,000 koalas, 20,000 swans, 20,000
Yeah,
like
you know, it's always being recycled.
millions of.
It's always being recycled. It's always being dug out of the ground.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a lot of it out there,
Do you think
and there's more.
Oh yeah.
I just seen. I think it was in El Salvador. They found like $3 trillion of gold below ground.
Jesus.
Yeah, like real big deposit.
Didn't they say they had a huge one in Africa they found like last year? It was like $6 trillion, but
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen anything else about that story. I don't know. You can't
I'm
always
sure somebody's down there digging it up.
you can't always go off of everything off the internet, but excuse me, guys. Being that prices can possibly go up if Trump goes through with the tariffs.
They can go down too.
Well,
Strong dollar. I remember the dollar being strong last time he was in there.
yeah,
You know, and that's never good for gold. But
I would love for that to happen. Like, I would absolutely love, like, yes, I think you're right. I think under Trump, I can't recall, that the prices of the metals were, the premiums were higher, prices were lower. I would love for that to happen, and I'm sure the majority of everybody watching would also like that to happen too, so they can accumulate more. I think though the people that are watching, like if they're in the retirement phase and they're using it as like supplemental money and they're selling off some right now, they don't want to see that. But I think the majority of the people watching are in the stacking mode.
I don't know where my brain just went, but that's an interesting topic too. As a stacker, do you want the price to go up because the value of everything goes up, but it hurts you buying? Would you rather have it drop so you can buy more and add to your stack?
All right, we'll do that today.
That's a
You
good
came
topic.
up. He came up with an idea, guys. Amazing.
There you go.
All right, we're gonna put that down. Look, I wrote it down so we don't forget your momentary
Beautiful
genius idea. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think, if anything, I still say that people should be buying gold if you have enough money.
Which is now non-taxable in New Jersey. I don't know if
For $1,000,
$1,000 more gold.
$1,000 or more.
Yeah, buy an ounce of gold is non-taxable now.
I've
Silver too.
had people ask.
That's why I've been keeping a lot more 100 ounces and kilos, stuff like that.
Because now you don't have to charge them tax.
Non-taxable.
That's good. It's finally that we're catching up to the majority of the other states. I mean, a lot of people say it's BS that that New Jersey is taxing money. Guys, check out Andrew's website, by the way.
BayshoreBullionExchange.com.
Mine's EmpirePreciousMetals.com. You can also catch me every other week, Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, live stream auctions. And guys, comment down below, what do you think is going to drive prices up? Do you see them going up? Do you see them going down? And we'll get back to you on the next one.
Yep. Have a good weekend, guys.